Charles Chuck Borges spent years in service to his country, first as a Navy officer, later as a career civil servant at the Social Security Administration. When he raised the alarm this summer about the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, mishandling the nation's most sensitive records, he was not looking for headlines. He was doing what patriots do, putting duty above silence and truth above convenience. Borges revealed that DOGE staffers had created a live copy of the Social Security database, housing the personal information of more than 300 million Americans on a vulnerable cloud server. In the wrong hands, such data could destroy credit histories, drain retirements, or even upend benefits on which the elderly and disabled depend. The danger was not abstract. It was immediate, measurable, and potentially devastating. Yet when his concerns were brushed aside internally, Borges chose the harder path, filing a formal whistleblower complaint, knowing full well the scrutiny and risk that come with speaking out against powerful forces. His actions echo the Navy ethos he once embodied at sea: protect the fleet, protect the mission, protect your people. Today, that fleet is the American public, and the mission is safeguarding their identity, dignity, and security. Borges reminds us that patriotism is not only about waving flags or wearing uniforms. It is about upholding the constitutional promise that government serves its citizens, not the other way around. We need figures like Borges in an era that often confuses efficiency with recklessness. Whistleblowers ensure accountability where oversight falters. They remind us that democracy depends not only on strong institutions but also on individuals willing to risk themselves to keep those institutions honest. Chuck Borges is not just a whistleblower. He is a guardian of the public trust. Borges is part of a noble tradition. In 1777, naval officers Samuel Shaw and Richard Marven exposed torture by a superior officer and were imprisoned for doing so. Their plea for justice led to Congress creating America's first whistleblower protections. Another hero, Robert W. Jackson, a petty officer aboard the USS Kitty Hawk in the 1980s, uncovered a smuggling ring trafficking F-14 parts and missiles to Iran. Facing death threats and institutional indifference, he brought 2,000 pages of documents to Congress, sparking arrests and shedding light on a pivotal espionage scandal. Then there's Shawn Carpenter, a Navy veteran and cybersecurity analyst who identified a Chinese cyber-espionage campaign, Titan Rain. Fired for defying management, he nevertheless pursued justice, demonstrating that loyalty sometimes requires standing against your organization. These naval veterans, Borges, Shaw, Marven, Jackson, Carpenter, share a common thread. They all had the courage to act when silence seemed safer. They remind us that patriotism isn't mere rhetoric. It's about protecting the Republic, even when the threat comes from within. We need more of these patriots, individuals who, in the face of institutional failure, choose integrity. Democracy thrives not only on constitutions and statutes, but also on brave citizens and veterans who are courageous enough to speak the truth. If stories like these remind you how much we depend on veterans and citizens with extraordinary courage, then help us keep telling them. Hit the like button, subscribe for more, and share this with someone who believes in protecting truth and freedom. By working together, we can ensure that these voices are not silenced.